Good morning. Happy month of May, everybody. You're probably noticing the glow on my face. This was done on purpose. I love natural sunlight to come in the office. Starting to bloom here in the Maritimes. Weather has been beautiful last couple of days. We all need it. Two things I want to talk about today. Month is the month of celiac disease. It's a great awareness month. Many people are not aware, and we've heard about gluten intolerance, gluten-free diet. It's kind of the rage right now. It doesn't mean that you cannot eat wheat, rye, barley. Gluten is a protein found in wheat, rye, and barley. But I think that the beauty about celiac disease, gluten intolerance, it's shifting in many ways and involving many researchers. I think that some will have to drop their ego, and sometimes in our field of naturopathic, whether it's being a naturopath, holistic nutritionist, dietitians, or just a researcher, we have to understand that the truth yesterday might not be the truth today. As you can see, the research is very conflicting. But they're pointing different directions right now. We're hearing more about Roundup, glyphosate. Stephanie Seneff did some wonderful job at educating and creating a sense of awareness. So there's lots happening. But a simple message is if you know anybody suffering from celiac disease or you think you have a gluten intolerance, before jumping on the bandwagon, come and visit us at Simply for Life. We're leading at forefront on how to manage your health and how to create a healthy environment and lifestyle throughout nutrition with our experts. Second thing I want to talk about is cup of coffee. I am now a big fan of coffee. For the longest time, any of my friends or my wife, I was never a fan of coffee because I felt it was too much of a strong stimulant. But with my research, more and more now, we know that coffee is extremely healthy for you. The difference is how you drink it. I preferably like to drink it black, organic. I've learned to drink black and small cup of coffee in Europe, especially in Turkey. But the reality is that when I suggest my clients how many cups of coffee they should have a day, golden rule, I always advise never to drink coffee after 2 o'clock in the afternoon. If you have adrenal fatigue, cut coffee immediately. If you have stress, anxiety, and depression, and sometimes certain of my clients that are very sensitive to caffeine suffer from blood pressure. It's rarely seen, but some just happen to be very sensitive to caffeine, so I cut it completely coffee. So what are my golden rules? I like to exercise early in the mornings. I like to have a cup of coffee. This is the size of coffee. It's about 175 mil. And everybody are probably not aware about this, but I also drink espresso. And the myth is that espresso has more caffeine, but actually has less caffeine than a full-size coffee, a cup of coffee. Has probably half of the caffeine, sometimes 60 to 80 milligrams versus 120 to 160 milligrams of caffeine. So rule of thumb, 1 or 2 cups of coffee in the morning, 1 at noon. If you want to have one at 2 p.m. For women, it's good for breast cancer. It's good for diabetes. It's a mild stimulant used in that way that can actually help you lose fat. It's good for the heart. It's good for basically plaque buildup. It's an amazing detox to the liver. Probably as potent as milk thistle. So if you have a couple drinks on Friday night, it's a good thing to have black coffee. What I'm against is having coffees like Clinton used to consume way back. They were like this size. She would tell me she just has 2 coffee a day, but they were actually 3 to 4 cups per serving. And I totally disagree putting too much sugar. A little bit of sugar won't hurt you. Make sure it's raw sugar, but you should never consume more than a teaspoon at the maximum if you're an athlete, 2 teaspoons of sugar. And it's best to have with milk, but full fat milk. We used to believe skim milk was better, but it's just like sugar. Coconut milk. And some, back in my days of training athletes, I used to suggest them to put butter in their coffee as a fat burner. So again, coffee is very healthy. Enjoy your cup. Drink it slowly. It's very therapeutic just to smell coffee. And now I can honestly tell you that it's one of my favorite things to do. First thing in the morning, have a cup of coffee before going to the gym. And I start my day here with a cup of coffee. But my definition of cup of coffee, it's exactly this. It's exactly what I have home. And this is the only cup I have here because I want to make sure it's the only one that I use at the clinic. So enjoy your cup of coffee. 3 to 4 cup of coffee won't hurt you. If you're one of those that's sensitive, have anxiety, depression, very extreme case, hypertension, eliminate coffee altogether. But for most part, it's full of antioxidant and it's very healthy for you. So enjoy, have a cup of coffee on me. This is month of May. Spring has sprung, and next phase is summer. So take care and thanks for following.